we're back-ish. It
Yeah.
seems to,
For all 5 of you
yeah,
who
we
are watching
we
now.
lost all 5 people, but
Yeah.
we're back.
Well,
That's okay. DungerCon, boy howdy, it has been very cool. I spent the morning doing some painting. If you have not done any miniature painting, it's very fun. They do the whole thing free, and if you're listening from DungerCon right now, you should go do some miniature painting. They're right across the way from us. There's also a little competition where people can vote on their favorite minis of the day. And
I voted on a bunch of minis yesterday.
Nice.
I
very
can't vote for
fun.
just one. I feel bad.
Yeah, no, I feel that definitely because everybody does a really good job.
Yeah, they're all good.
I've got one of my minis in today in the blue quarter, the inexperienced people who haven't really done any painting in many years. So go vote for mine.
That'll be
I
my
guess.
corner if I paint one today.
Yay! And there's also a raffle to get a massive miniature of our good friend Tiamat. So sick as fuck. But honestly, the best part about DungerCon for me is all the people coming around and being very, very cool and very, very fun. I've met a whole bunch of people, both people just around the con and having a good time, but also the people who came to my event last night because I ran Dragonfall. You ran in the morning. You had the 8 a.m. I had the 4 p.m. I get the good times because I submitted my game in November.
Well,
you
good
did
for
it
you.
3 months later.
It's partially my fault. I did say any time was fine as
You
long as it
fool.
wasn't on Friday.
You
and
fool.
I
I can't believe it.
You know what? Someone's got to do it.
And you
Someone's
did.
got to do it. And I went into the trenches and I fought like a good soldier.
And you and that guy had a good time playing Cosmic Knights of Galactic Chivalry.
yeah. Me and the
that's
one
good.
guy that came to my game had a great time. And
Exactly.
like I was saying before we got cut off before, that man was the luckiest man I've ever known.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Knights of Galactic Chivalry,
Mhm.
it is a system where you
how's it
roll
going?
d6s and you subtract it from a number that the taskmaster, who is usually me, makes up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you actually match the number that's left, you get a lot of bonuses. You get all your points back. Yeah, you get chivalry.
It's very, very nice.
And this man could not stop rolling that number. He was trying so hard to die,
but he wouldn't do
but
it.
the game
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
let
happen.
him. He was so lucky.
It's very, very fun when the game does not let you die, and your luck pushes you forward. We had a kind of an opposite but similar situation in the game that I ran yesterday, where the player basically ended up having just a cavalcade of horrible bad things happen to them. They, got their leg ripped apart by brambles. They belly flopped and hurt their head. They got blown up by electricity. They tripped and fell down a mountain. Like they got thrown bodily at another person because their leg was harmed and they couldn't move very well. So like all these fastball special. And this is just like a former priest who is like just dealing with it on the nose.
Yeah.
But then they get to this final moment. One of the players is dying. He comes up. He's just like, "You're good, buddy. Everything's going to be fine. Get up." And manages to cast a spell that a dragon god granted him and saved his fucking life. Just by, in the last moment, going, "What are you doing? Get up. You're fine."
You're fine.
He was almost fully dead. Like, he was out. He was making his dying rolls, and he had failed his dying roll. He had one round left of existing before life left him. It was very, very fun. The exciting moments can happen when you do one-shots.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Actually, because I just did a panel yesterday on one-shots, and one of the things that we noted that a lot of the others, we had a lot of really, really cool people. Randy, who has been coming to DungerCon since its founding, and Ken, who is also very good, and the other fellow's name, who I feel terrible for forgetting. I don't remember his name, but they were also very cool, and they all basically came together, and we were just like, yeah, a lot people have, when it comes to one-shots, people love to just throw themselves in there and die, and if they die, they die.
I believe the term they used was "drive it like a rental."
Drive it like a rental.
Because that's basically what you're doing. Yeah, it's not your character; it's a character that you get to embody for this game.
A person,
and
who's just
so
around.
Who cares what happens? Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Get in there and do it. Wait, nice Sonic shirt. Hell yeah.
That is a cool
Hey,
Sonic
do you want to
shirt.
join the podcast for a few moments? We've got a mic right here. We're talking about indie TTRPGs and DungeonCon. Yeah. You don't know any indie. Okay, we'll hop on the mic because I want to ask you a couple questions that you're cool at answering. Hello. Welcome. Would you have a name or a nickname we can call you by? Pac-Man? Okay. Welcome, Pac-Man. So, Pac-Man, what is your favorite TTRPG that you play?
I've played a lot.
Absolutely.
Probably Big Eyes, Small Mouth.
Okay, never heard of it. Already we're at to the races.
No,
Tell me about Big Eyes, Small Mouth.
Have you heard of TriStat?
No.
Okay.
Continue, please.
I'm trying to back up until I find something.
My
keep going.
experiences in the indie TV, I'm just being thrown out the water by our first guest.
I played a system called Big Eyes, Small Mouth about 2001.
Okay.
I don't know if it's ever been reprinted. I think it made it to a second edition, and that was it.
Interesting.
The idea is you have 3 stats. That's why it's called a TriStat system.
Sure.
Big Eyes,
like Cypher system kind of stuff.
Big Eyes, Small Mouth is the anime
themed
version.
It's all coming
Excellent.
together. All
I'm
right.
starting to see the vision.
The character builder is what you might say incredibly permissive.
Okay. So everything is vibes.
Everything is calculated, but it's all on the table.
Okay.
I played a 15-year-old ship captain who had a transport ship called the Impending Doom, who, due to a combination of PTSD and teenage angst, always played music, so he thought he was playing a video game while he dropped the giant mechas onto the battlefield.
This is so deeply classic anime. I'm just like, I'm a 15-year-old and I'm the captain of a vessel and I know how to pilot mechs. It's like, I'm a world-class surgeon and an expert violinist.
Exactly.
I'm 8 years old.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
But the system allows for giant mechs, guns, sword and sorcery, drama, romance. All of them are in the rules at the same time.
That's super cool.
Avatar: The Last Airbender homebrews.
We do love that.
Yeah.
There were a few games running here today of people playing the Avatar Legends game.
My girlfriend playing
your girlfriend played it. Yeah, super cool. This is really cool. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and saying hey.
Yeah,
if you want to grab a sticker as a thank you for joining our stream, that's our little logo. That's our little cat. Yeah. Her name is Hunter Rusty Bucket.
Then
she's a little bucket.
You said you're not really familiar with indie TTRPGs. Do you want to be? Because I got one for you.
Oh, we've got some for you.
I got so many prints.
We have so many prints of
I'll
these
take
tiny
something.
little TTRPGs.
What you got in the giant mechaverse?
It is in the realm of sick-ass knights in space.
Yeah, Medieval Knights in Space.
Medieval
That's
Knights
pretty
in
much
Space,
it.
baby. Cosmic Knights of Galactic Chivalry. Thank you guys for so much for stopping by. Hell yeah. How's it going? Also, we have some guests over in the corner, some folks who have stopped by who are friends of ours and guests of the pod. Friends of the pod, really. It's Sophia
Stars
and
of the
Zane,
pod.
stars of the pod.
Yes, indeed, stars of the pod. We've got Kiki of Two Souls
Yes,
player.
she's here.
And
Now, do
Have
you
you
remember
forgotten
his
your voice?
Do you remember the character voice?
It was British.
It was
It was British.
It was
yeah,
British.
you for sure.
You can do it.
Silas Malachi.
There you go.
Yeah,
Like
there you
so,
Got it
go.
in one.
a
There
smooth
you go. Because
voice.
if you're listening to this and you've not yet listened to Mask of Many Faces or any of the other adventure podcasts, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I mean, stay here right
no,
now.
No, stay here on
Stay
the
here
please
right
stay here
now.
on the
But
live
now
stream.
you know what you're doing next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go listen to the rest of
absolutely.
our
Listen
Yeah.
to them. It's so
There's
good
only
to
two of
see
them.
you
It's easy.
both.
It's fantastic
Glad
to
have
see
you here at DungeonCon.
Yeah. Now, hey, I'm
Yay.
going to take over your pod for a hot second because
Do it.
listeners, on the mic, you've got a birthday boy in the house.
How dare you? How dare you?
And
oh, hey.
we're outing this birthday boy right here. Happy birthday to Lucas.
Oh my God! They got me. You guys got me flowers. Oh my God!
Look how pretty.
Chad, look at these flowers. They have a little birthday balloon. Wow! You guys are so sweet. You know exactly how to get to the middle of my little gay heart.
Yeah, we had to
Thank
get
you.
the most queer pride birthday balloon possible because it's got a
Yes,
rainbow
it's
on
got
it.
the
It's got the
Surely
rainbow.
the least Euclidean of birthday balloons.
Least Euclidean.
Yeah,
That's
what does
good.
that mean?
That's good.
Well, because
'Cause-
Euclidean is on a flat plane.
Yeah.
and So
Yeah.
non-Euclidean
I
geometry
see,
is
I-
only
okay,
on a
okay.
curved plane. It's
And
on
it's
a
as
non-straight
curved
plane.
It is
possible.
as curved as it could
That's
be.
why next time that you're reading some
It's not straight.
Eldritch horror
Exactly.
stuff and
There
it
you
talks
go.
about
Okay, all right, I'm
non-Euclidean
picking
geometry, just be like, "Oh, it's curves, actually.
Yeah.
Curves." Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Welcome to the pod. We're recording our podcast. Do you have any indie TTRPGs that you want people to know about?
Ooh, here, get on the mic, my friend.
What is your here, hop on the mic for a second
mic,
here.
get on the
Get on the mic. What's your name, my friend?
Keen.
Keen?
K-E-A-N.
Nice to meet you, Keen.
Keen. Nice to meet you, Keen. So, what are you here at DungeonCon doing?
I'm with the demo for the Society for Creative Anachronism. We're a
Absolutely
worldwide
awesome.
medieval recreation group.
Yes,
yeah, you guys are cool as fuck.
Yeah, I've seen you guys
Also
do a lot of
play
very cool
a lot
demos.
of RPGs, but these days
Oh,
it's
yes.
mostly just 5e.
I mean, 5e is pretty good. Let's be real. It's a solid
It's
place
a solid
to be,
system.
and a lot of people understand 5e.
I've played all the
so.
way back to 2e, and
Oh, Thaco, let's go!
right, no, Thaco
Thaco.
was a thing. Learn subtraction.
Yes,
Yeah.
learning subtraction. I would never.
I played back in those days Twilight 2000, which was an apocalyptic sci-fi thing.
Wonderful.
I played a lot of Palladium games,
Very
Rifts,
cool.
Again,
Again, yeah.
Fantasy RPG is hilarious. Like game balance, what's that?
What is that? I do love a system that just says, "Go for it, baby, make it happen."
Absolutely.
It's very, very fun. That's excellent. Thank you so much for stopping by and acquiescing and coming to the microphone
Sure.
when we yelled at you.
Absolutely.
If you want a sticker as a thank
take
you
a
very
sticker.
much for joining the podcast, we also have our Matt's Indie TTRPG, The Cosmic Knights of Galactic Chivalry, which might be up your alley.
Please
It's
take one. I
being-
have so many.
It's being a medieval knight in space. Hey, how's it going?
I'll check it out. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, please do.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
no, I get
That's
that. Well, our the folk just came up and asked us for a definition of an indie game.
fair. Yeah.
Mine is generally it's something that is going to be an indie game is one that has a very small, widespread appeal and a very small design team. So Pathfinder is not an indie game. D&D is not necessarily indie, and I would
That
actually
was pretty.
like things like Traveler. I wouldn't even call Traveler indie, even though it's
Yeah.
a bit more, because they have huge followings.
A lot of people know about it. Yeah.
A lot of people know about it. If it's indie, I think it's probably not going to have a real life book written in the setting, where it's like a piece of fiction written in there. But because indie is also a little like, it can be anything. It can be anything from this book that Matt printed to chains of things like Kids on Bikes, which does fit more of the indie vibe. But yeah. If you want to hop on mic and join our podcast and have a couple of things, I'd love to hear what you have to say about the indie scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been enjoying
Then
it.
right up on the mic.
Right up on the mic.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. Perfect.
I started playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
The original set in college.
Yeah.
Oh,
Took
cool.
a multi-decade hiatus and returned to it after my kids were grown. Started back with 5e, but discovered a year or so later Indies.
Yeah.
So, for example, this con,
hmm
Friday night, I ran a game. I play tested Interns in the Dark. Yesterday, I
Cool.
played Dagger Hearts.
Yes.
Okay.
Interns in the dark.
I'm
Let's
heading
go.
to play Karen in a little while. And tomorrow
Cool.
morning, I am running Shadow Dark.
Shadow
so
Dark.
cool.
Shadow Dark or Shadow?
Shadow Dark.
Shadow Dark. That struck. It's just a very dark name. Shadow Dark.
Shadow
What
Dark
is Shadow
dark.
Dark's vibe?
Yeah. What's Shadow Dark's vibe?
It is very dark. It is
Cool.
fairly old school.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would describe it as sort of a stripped down 5e
Oh,
combined
yeah.
with old school revival. I would describe it as a more elegant version.
Okay.
It is really well organized. It is beautifully laid out.
Mhm.
The artwork, all black and white,
Mhm.
is just gorgeous. And it is easy to start and easy to run.
Very
But
cool.
The character,
I think
I mean,
I think
yeah,
I
or-
actually think I played a session of this at work. This is sounding really familiar.
so
Yeah.
Is it one where you want to actually roll low instead of roll high?
no, that's
No.
this is still a D20 based
Okay.
game. I have played roll under games like Mouse Ritter,
Mhm.
for example.
Oh yeah, yes.
I
I
grew
want to play that one quite badly. I've seen it
Oh,
a
it
few
is
times.
fun.
It
I've
seems
also run it as
very
well,
good.
and it is just, your little squishy mice.
Yeah, I love that.
sounds
See, it's
fun.
why we have again. Sophia just talked about. Sophia, a friend of the pod, has been running a Humblewood 5th edition D&D kind of module setting for years, and I am sad I never got to be a part of it.
Hashtag not
Sophia,
sponsored.
because hashtag not sponsored. Because it is very fun. You get to be mice, and there's a whole like faction of like, oh, the birds are like high in society, and there's all kinds of like crazy fire elementals and all kinds of like cool things that are going on
That
with
does
them.
sound
The
cool.
Humblewood is a very, very cool setting, very similar to Mouse Rider and things
And
like
so-
that.
Yes, and I really enjoy playing it. I like trying out different systems.
Mhm.
I kind of like Roll Under because in my 5e regular game, I'm known
Yeah.
as the queen of the nat ones.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I love Roll Under games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. I had a person who was a player in one of my games in D&D 5th edition. She rolled absolutely hot, just super crazy in there.
Mhm.
And then we started playing the Fallout 2D20 system by Modifius. And oops, you want to roll low to make that work, and she just can't make anything happen. It's actually quite tragic.
Oh, no.
I roll on that one and I laugh.
And then you let it
Yeah.
happen, and you go, ha ha,
You
the world is happening.
You're just gonna think, Shadow Dark is a fairly deadly game. There's
Mhm.
I had one character I rolled up and it lasted, I think, 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, oops, oopsies,
Yeah.
oopsies,
But, you know,
oopsies.
okay,
There's
The
a
other
sort of
thing is-
grim humor to that.
Their
Yeah.
character sheet is really simple and well designed.
Yeah.
So I could, in 15 minutes, I had another character. And, I was kind of listening to, so I could just kind of jump right back in and play.
Yeah,
So,
that's
I love
excellent.
systems like that.
And I have also had the opportunity to be a play tester on games, which is lovely.
That's fun.
Interns in the Dark, I was one of the beta testers.
Cool.
And I'm also a play tester of a game that is going to be coming out this year.
Ooh.
It's called the overall title of the concept of the improvised history of the universe.
The improvised history of the universe. We are going to absolutely keep that on our radar for when that
Absolutely.
comes out later
It
this
is-
year.
I was a play tester on it, and
That's really cool.
I did that with the creator, and then a group of us who are play testers spun off, and I'm still 2 years later meeting with them once a month to play. You start by collaboratively building your world. The first one was we wanted to do a space-based one,
Mhm.
so we decided it was going to be an asteroid-based colony ship.
That's cool.
Very
Second
fun.
time was based in a 1E world already created by D&D 1E, created by one of the players who led it. But we created a whole opera district for them. We were the classic rundown theater.
Uh-huh.
One last successful player, or they will close.
Mhm.
Except the theater is sentient.
Oh God, a living theater. I love.
With
I'll tell you what, I
strong
love.
opinions.
That is
theater.
his jam,
My jam is
literally.
theaters. My jam is
Literally.
theaters, and the idea of performance inside games that you are running. I love it. It like hitting.
One
fourth
of the
wall.
one of the games he's running at DungeonCon is called The Mask of Many Faces.
The Mask
which
of Many
is
Faces.
literally-
I will share
there
with
is a
you
script.
the server for that because
Please.
our MC master created recorded the sessions, and you can hear that.
Mhm.
The current one we are on is a murder mystery.
I love a murder mystery. God,
good
and
murder mystery.
also Mask of Many Faces is a murder mystery.
Yeah.
So
Look, you
Oh,
were
man.
saying all of the
You were
right
saying
words
all
in
of the
all the
words
right
for me.
order for
So
him.
we said the
So-
master creator said I want a murder mystery, the cozy thing.
mhm,
So we had to decide when it was set.
mhm,
We decided the mythical 1930s.
mhm.
Then we decided where it's set. So the murder mystery, you can't have people bouncing in.
Yeah, you got to resolve the murder mystery
And so-
right where it is.
Yeah.
Two of us drew on our Girl Scout or Boy Scout experience to have a year-round rustic camp
Okay,
with the
that's
bridge
fun.
washing out.
Oh boy. Oh no.
And so,
No.
and then since this was going to be a family based on a
Mhm.
will,
Yeah.
we all developed our characters, and we had and their relationship, and then we
Mhm.
built our ties to each other,
Excellent.
or how we were. I am the oldest player. I play the youngest
Yeah.
character.
There's
Okay.
all kinds of fun ways to bring all
Yeah.
your characters together and to maintain that kind of group.
And
It
so
sounds really fun.
when you start, you have this solid basis.
Yeah.
You know everybody. And so we've been meeting for months,
Yeah.
That's
and
fun.
we just had the murder.
I hope that keeps going. I hope you have a lot of fun with that.
I do.
Please, if you do you have like a card? What was the server name?
Improvised History of the Universe.
Improvised History of the Universe.
I can pull up the
Yes.
code.
We
do.
also have a Discord. If you can direct message or let me know in that Discord link. Thank you so much for stopping
welcome.
by and joining the
I-
podcast.
Yeah,
thank you, Lisa.
Games give me joy. It has given
They
me a
give-
whole new hobby late in life,
Absolutely.
and
Be
My life is
into
better.
games. Let's
Be
all
into
play
games.
some games.
Hell
yes.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Hope to see you around the con more. Thank
Have
you.
fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I know we happen to have another guest who has been waiting to join and is a player and a friend of mine who we have played a few times now at DunderCon's past. Would you go ahead and come and introduce yourself to the pod? And yeah, you are a tall boy, so you can go ahead and introduce.
Yeah, hello there. My name's Wayne.
Hey,
I had a
Wayne.
question. So I'm a mathematician.
Yes.
You and I have talked very heavily about the idea of mathematics and role playing and where
Indeed.
you strike that balance.
Mhm.
And I'm curious, question wise, what are you looking at when you're choosing a dice system and when you're choosing a modifier system?
So for me with the dice system, it depends on the kind of game that I'm going to make, because with Matt, like, because you made the Cosmic Knights of Galactic Chivalry,
Yeah.
18th plug of this podcast. Cosmic Knights,
Not the last.
and it won't be the last. Cosmic Knights is a simple D6 system,
Yeah.
and you kind of
Because I'm a simple lad.
because it's a simple lad and it's a vibes based game.
It's
Mhm.
literally all you have to know is how to roll a dice and how to subtract, and that's it.
That's it. And so if there's a level of complexity that you can have, and so when you want it to be approachable, you want it to be understandable really quickly. You
Mhm.
don't want to do a lot of math, but there are certain levels of complexity. How is it closer to a war game? Are we bringing it into like these deep percentile systems? I think deep percentile systems sit in like the platonic ideal of a statistically, the idea of bonuses and odds can be manipulated with full control in a deep percentile based system. There's no like, oh, I added a +1, and so the odds of me getting a success jumped by 20 points.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so that can be a
Yeah.
little tricky. But in deep percentile, it's kind of like that. Even though there's great manipulation of it, I'll be honest, I'm not a terribly big fan of deep percentile. It's not
I
my
have
favorite.
I've
thoughts as
never
well.
played a
I have
deep
thoughts as
percentile
well.
system.
Yes, give me thoughts on deep
So
percentile.
I've been playing in a Traveler campaign about every Wednesday night. Same character, same campaign for the last 14 years.
Goddamn.
It is a percentile system. We use percentile roll under, much like BRP.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The problem with percentile roll under is the number itself is kind of meaningless. You can't actually use it to make anything from it.
Yeah.
So the hard part with percentile systems is when you have two characters that are highly skilled, they both roll, I both succeed. We both succeed. We both succeed. We both succeed. And you just have
Yes.
absolute stalemate.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu tried to get around this by having there be the
Success
hard and the extreme success rate, which
Yes.
was half skill and I think fourth or fifth skill,
Mhm.
to try to get around this issue. But it often has a hard time where you're looking at the number itself. Small is better, but also big is better. If you're using damage, big
Yeah.
better, but on the dice, small better, and
Yeah.
they fight each other.
Yeah. So you end up with some. The scale of success basically doesn't exist with percentile
No, because you
system.
want to go as low as possible, but if you go
Yeah.
as low as possible, someone with the lowest skill can still do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And that's my big thing I think about in games is how much do you want players' decisions to be made by their dice or by their characters?
right.
And I think
right.
the balance between someone's modifiers and the dice system you're using
Mhm.
is really big.
Yeah.
If you're looking at like, okay, well, how likely do I want somebody who has no skill in this and no training to be able to do it?
Mhm.
And I think most systems get around this by making trained skills where they
Yeah.
say, oh, you can't.
Yeah.
But I think that's the limitation of their dice system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their dice system not being able to accommodate, hey, well, if I do this, this, and this, then someone who has no skill can still have a 75% chance.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that's one of the things that I really like about the Traveler system. Kind of does some of this stuff, which I really like, which is why I borrowed the 2d6 system for my game, the Legacy system, which we
Yeah.
played yesterday.
I'll be playing later today as well.
Yeah. Oh, did you get into?
Yes,
the-
my partner did as well.
Well,
So we'll both
we're-
be playing.
This is 5th edition D&D.
Yes.
for
Oh,
today,
right, right, it's
yeah,
out.
because it's a D&D 5e. Sorry,
I was assuming it was your system, but this is what I get for
I'm
not
gonna
reading.
force you to do D&D.
I know. I'll go to D20. I'll feel horrible. So this is what I get for just looking at your name and being like, I'll
I
join
know
that
I'm
game.
very pretty, Wayne,
Yeah, exactly.
but
It's hard to stay away from you.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
had to
no,
take my jacket off because he's so hot.
yeah,
I had to put my.
that's why I have to.
jacket
That's
on
also
'cause
why I
I'm
have
cold.
to. That's also why I have to do this nice squat. Is this nice
You can,
No,
you
I'm
can
enjoy-
bring
I'm
that,
enjoying your power stance.
on
Oh,
your
there
left
we go. There
hand.
we go.
That one you can undo and
There
bring
we
it
go. Let's
up
move
a
it
little
up.
bit
There, now I
more.
can stand up straight.
There we go.
There
Yeah,
you
let's
go.
get you up to your 6'4".
I'm 6'7".
God
God
damn, dude.
damn.
I'm jealous. I want to be tall.
I-
I am tall. I'm 6 feet tall.
I hit my head on
6 feet tall
doors,
as
so-
well.
Oh, rough.
Ceiling fans, chandeliers.
It all takes you
So
out.
this is what in the dungeon, when you're really honest, if your character's that tall, that dwarven dungeon, I don't think you
That
should be
dwarven
walking around.
dungeon should be having a good time.
No one ever considers the size of the doors.
Nobody ever does consider the size.
I think
of
it size the doors a lot.
Yeah, I imagine you would. But
Yeah, you seem like you're into more of a crunchy system than
I-
than most
When it
might
comes
be.
down to
do
me,
like
ideally,
crunch.
is I want a system whose game design supports its storytelling. And I want a system where I'm not having. You talked about narrative friction
yes,
during last con.
yes, I did.
And this is something I think about very deeply when it comes to systems, where you look at a D20. D20 is a flat curve. Every single number has the same chance of happening.
Yeah.
So when you're planning for stuff, the deviation you're looking at on that single dice roll is gigantic.
Yeah,
And so unless you make massive modifiers, the biggest deciding factor will be the dice, almost always.
Yeah.
Pathfinder tries to get around this by having massive modifiers.
Yeah.
The hard part with that is then you get gigantically huge numbers and you're +1, +2ing, +1, +2ing, and
Yeah.
you just stuck. You're
You're
just
kind
stuck
of doing
with
a
it.
lot of math, and then the dice roll means much less.
Yes. And so that's always the balance. I think a lot about like, well, how
I mean,
does
I was
your
level 5 with a +12 to hit? And I
it
was
looks
like,
at the numbers
that's
looking at.
kind of wild.
Yeah, it's insane for when you're looking at the system, and I think honestly, it's because they're using D20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because they're using if they want to stick in that middle curve to have I want someone with this much skill to have this chance of success.
Yeah.
On a D20, let's say you want a 15. Okay, then someone with that's a 50-50 or someone with a +5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's still a 25% chance with someone with 0.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay, you're 5 points better, but you're only twice as good.
Yeah.
And especially let's look at like D&D's modifiers. Someone with the highest strength ever, what do they get? 4 +4.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they
And it's
are
like, so-
20% more likely to do something than someone that has a 0.
Picking
Yeah,
up what you're
it's
putting down,
again, that's the thing is, and I'll circle back around to it. That's why I really like 2d6 based systems, or also 3d6
Yes.
based systems.
I'm a
I've
3d6 man myself.
I did really enjoy I played Dragon Age. I've been playing
Yes,
the Dragon Age
Dragon Age is
system for a
fun,
million years.
Yes.
Never. Well,
I
I
have
played.
not played it.
I have played the games for about 2 hours each, and none of them have grabbed me, which feels like
I got
a
to the end of
personal
Origins
problem.
and then I just kind of fell off.
I remember when Dragon Age was hugely influential, and I can see the Dragon Age in your game.
Oh yeah,
Very
thank
clearly.
you.
I can
Yeah.
see the Dragon Age in there.
Dragon Age shout out. Yes, thank you, Ready Set Mo. Yeah, Dragon Age shout out. I got you.
Where Dragon Age was a fun system, and when it came out, I remember seeing this in this very simple modifier system, being like, "Oh my, wow, this is really impactful."
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can see so much of this. The Dragon Die system as well, which I've noticed you took in for your doubles.
Basically, yes,
Yes.
I really, really like the Dragon Die. I think the Dragon Die is exciting. Basically, with your
Yeah, what's the
3d6,
Dragon Die? Tell me.
with your 3d6s, one of your dice is distinct from the other one. That's your Dragon Die.
Yeah.
And so when you roll your 3d6s, if any of them are doubles, you take your Dragon Die and you get a number of stunt points. And those
Okay.
stunt points are the thing that lets you do like cool effects, like you can knock somebody
Oh.
down, disarm them, flirt with somebody for
Yeah.
free, sway the crowd, like all kinds of these very fun things that let you interact with exploration and role playing
I like
and
that. Yeah,
combat
I like
and
that a lot.
spellcasting. It's a lot of fun.
It also
Yeah.
it worked really well with their magic system because you could
Yes.
stunt for special effects on that. So you could then be
Yeah.
like, well, okay, you rolled well, but you got 4 stunt points. Okay, what are you going to do here?
Yeah.
And it was a really versatile system in that regard. The hard part with the math and the numbers is the DCs were so low that often
Yep.
small, little, tiny changes in pluses
Yeah.
would make because of the way the curves work out, make a huge difference.
Yes.
And so you have the opposite issue where you have people who have like, okay, you have a +3, but that does mean that you're like 80% likely to succeed on almost anything.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That's actually because we have played. I think we're like level 15 or 16, which is quite high.
I have never
RPG.
even seen a campaign that high.
No, we're very, very high level. And what the game master, shout out to Morgan for being such a cool game master, is she has scaled a lot of the difficulty and had to do a lot of like, the high level stuff basically does not kind of work super great. So she has had to do a lot of extra like maneuvering and tinkering with all of our, different talent trees and stuff, and the threats that we have to face to make them feel appropriately difficult without being like, oh, here's 50,000 men. Although we do now know the danger of when we are very outnumbered by reasonably competent people, as the Canary swarmed us and beat the shit out of us and threw us in prison. I think that's the thing is in early levels the system works on its own extremely well. In high levels it starts to break down a little bit, but with a competent DM you can do just a little bit of finagling to make that work for you. So I really like the 3d6 based systems. I think they're great, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah, the +3 is the big like major modifier in 3d6 where you're looking at. That's when your big break over points. I remember I used to have it, or I'd have my difficulties at multiples of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, look at this. And I did an insane amount of mathematics to basically decide myself, okay, no, actually it needs to be a +3.
It needs to be a +3.
It needs to be a +3. It has to be a +3. It just works so much better.
Yeah.
But it is something that I find interesting because a lot of us do game design and like the idea of game design.
Yeah.
But are not statisticians.
Right.
And so it's often, I guess the question for that is when you're messing with numbers,
Mm-hmm.
does your mind go, I should play test this, or I should do statistics?
I'll play test it.
Yeah, I
100%.
generally go play test because
Also, then I get to have fun with my friends.
Mhm.
most of what
But you could have fun doing statistics. Have you thought about that one?
I'm a film major. No, I can't.
I love you. I love you for your not knowing math.
Yeah, I'm
Love-
the dumb
love it.
one.
You're okay.
No.
First off, how
Look,
dare
there are
you?
different types of intelligences. Mine is more graphically based.
Yeah, graphics design is not my
I don't have a
passion.
very good.
my
mind for
partner is
numbers.
a graphic designer,
Yeah.
and so that's the.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's it.
So you understand?
no, yes. So I outsource that.
Yeah, outsource the design process. No, 100%. I think that when it comes to tabletop role-playing games, statistics are super important
Mhm.
because you don't want everything to be too fucking easy. You don't
Yeah.
want everything to be really, really lame. You don't want to end up with botched numbers. But also the feel of it
Mhm.
needs to be there. And you can match those numbers up. You can find that, but it's a little trickier because you do have to understand that even if the numbers are perfect, you should probably adjust them
Yes.
based on the feeling of
Yes.
them as
Absolutely.
opposed to the absolute reality.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yeah.
one
at,
of the
at the end of the day, the game has to serve the narrative.
yeah,
Mhm.
it has to serve the narrative and it has to be fun.
Yeah.
And so even if your statistical spread is functionally perfect
Yeah.
and all the bonuses work exactly where you need to,
If
if
it
somebody
takes 15 minutes to add up a single
No,
roll,
yeah,
then
that's-
it's-
add up,
Yeah.
you have to do
That's very much like. I thought it's like how much of the math you're doing behind the screen versus how much the math is in front of the screen.
Mhm.
yes.
I'm a big fan of doing the math behind the screen, but I'm biased because I can do it.
You can
Yes.
do math. Yeah.
Yeah, I can look at something and go, oh, I want them to have about a 6% chance of success. They have a +4. So to get that, if they roll an 8 or above, that will happen. Okay, I think I do like a D. Okay, I can do that. Right?
Yeah.
Be like, oh, yeah, 14 works. You roll above
Yeah.
14.
Not all of us
Yeah,
are
exactly.
living calculators.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
true.
I have to bust my calculator all the time. I was in your game yesterday.
It pulled out a fucking graphing calculator
I know,
during the
I know.
game, I swear. Hey, well, how's it going? Yeah, please take a photo. Yeah. We are there's nothing quite like seeing one of your players pull out multiple calculators, multiple scientific calculators at your table to calculate something. And you even gave
Yes.
me a sheet of all the probabilities of success of getting doubles at the different levels of stress for the legacy system,
Mhm.
where you are eventually you start with 2 dice and you eventually get up to the point where you are rolling 5 dice, and at that point you're almost guaranteed.
Was that what
doubles.
90.94?
Yeah,
sir?
90 point. Like you're, like we're above the 90 percentile, and so it's realistically you're just going to get got every single time. And from there, because you're also rolling 3 stress die, the likelihood of getting above a 6 is also really, really high.
Yeah, you're looking
So,
at. Let me actually do that real fast.
let's see him where he's doing math. He's doing math.
Okay,
Watch
you're
him.
looking at less than 10% chance. Of that
Exactly.
actually happening there.
So you're just doomed to have more stress and more bad things happen to you.
General rule of thumb is
Give me some advice for the
so
for the
when you're looking at an
mathematically
average,
disinclined.
we have a thing called the empirical rule in statistics, and this is
Okay.
true for anything that basically follows a bell curve.
Sure.
Bell curves will happen anytime you add a bunch of numbers together and average them.
Okay.
So
Sure.
you could have something that you could have a dice that is you could have a bunch of D2s, right?
Yeah.
And roll
Right.
them all. You will get a bell curve. You add those together.
Yeah.
It's called central limit theorem.
Mhm.
Is the actual mathematics of it. But
Yeah.
with that, about 68% of the time, either side, you're going to be within that one deviation of
Uh-huh.
whatever your center is. And on 3d6, that's about 3. On 2d6, it's about 2.4. So you're going to see between a 9 and a 5, 60% of the time.
Yeah.
And then
Okay,
every
I'm
step
following.
out, the next step out is 95%. So you're going to get, if you want to look below, you only have a 5% chance of not rolling above that.
Yeah.
So,
Excellent. Yeah.
and then the third step out is 99.7. And then you tail out towards the ends.
And then eventually you're in arbitrarily.
You're in the,
yeah.
the 0.00.
Yeah.
Because, again, 3d6 is the system I know best. You're looking at a 1 in 216 chance to roll an 18 or roll a 1.
Yeah. it's quite high.
That also,
Okay.
Yeah.
actually, reading into that, going back here, talking about for systems that have crits and fumbles. In
Yeah.
D&D, you stab yourself 5% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 in 20 times
No
you do
matter
something.
what. No
No
matter
matter
what.
what. 1 in 20 times. If your card did not start 1 in 20 times, you would throw that thing out.
Yeah,
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 absolutely.
100%. No, it's definitely a thing where it's like it's one of the reasons why I really like scaling successes, scaling failures,
Mhm.
where you can chart by how much you succeeded, by how much you failed. It's one of the things that I really liked about. Oh, sorry.
No, you hit on that with your system
Yeah,
because two
yeah.
2 is the ideal scaling number for 2d6.
Yeah,
Because that's
exactly.
That
'cause
is the
you kind of-
closest
you hit-
deviation.
Yeah, you can hit exactly.
Mhm.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
fantastic. Because by couching your base success at the 8, with no modifiers, your chance of success is less than 50%. So by having to move up just by that +1, just by that +2, you're moving yourself so that you can get those scaling successes by a pretty significant margin.
Mhm.
So what you're fighting for is you're fighting for the +1 and the +2. And God, if you can get the +3, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because you're basically guaranteed. You know, at that point, you're gonna succeed.
Yes.
And you might succeed in an extremely powerful way. And because 2d6s rolls that crit failure just a little bit less, not massively
1 in
less,
36.
but meaningfully less. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The 1 in 36. It's meaningfully less. You are way less likely to run into a situation where your character, who is very competent, keeps beefing it and can't do shit, which
You
sucks.
look
Which
at
is
the
not
edges.
very
I
nice.
think
not
the
fun.
entirety of your last game, I don't think I crit once. I got a lot of 11s. I got a lot of. I got 8. My rolling a 7 and adding 2. That 9.
The 9, the
heavy
9
hitter.
was your money. Yeah.
Heavy hitter. That 9.
But that's the thing, is the 9 is very good because you had a +2
I had
to
a
your
+2,
things.
yes.
And because of that, that means that you got the 9, but that was still only 1 success.
Yes.
So if you got the extra to get to the
Yes.
+3, you were more likely to hit
And
that
the
10.
player sitting next to me, we were playing twins, giant, big, huge, strong people.
Mhm.
And she would give me a lot of. So I had one more strength, right? So she
Yeah.
would give me that extra bit of support to push me over.
To give you the +1
And
bonus.
Us
which-
together could match a dragon
Exactly.
for strength.
Yeah.
Dang.
And it's very fun to do stuff
Yeah.
like that. It can both feel very heroic and also, even in kind of like a counter way, feel a little bit more realistic.
It feels
Where-
desperate as well
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're on the thinnest of margins.
Yes. This is what I wanted.
That's where the
Oh,
that's
man.
where the best
That's where
narrative
the
is.
money is.
And that's where the narrative matching the mechanics.
Yeah.
So it's very easy. Again, we all can just run by GM fiat. That's a perfectly acceptable system.
Uh-huh.
The GM says what they said they want to have happen, and they say it happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in that case, the player characters don't really feel like they're playing and winning through their own efforts.
Yeah.
They're winning because the GM likes them or doesn't like them.
Yeah. There's always the issue with games that are vibes based that they
Mhm.
have to account for, which is personal taste and
Yes.
preference
Yeah.
and your own desires for the story. So I mean, thank you so much, Wade, for coming down and chatting with us. I really love getting to have the unique perspective of a statistician, of a mathematician coming in who can.
I learned something.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope everybody learned something from this because there's a lot of math that goes on behind the scenes, and the more math that we can do as designers, the more fun I think for the player.
Do ahead of time, much like prep.
Yeah.
You're saving yourself behind the screen
Exactly.
to not have to actually make these decisions and try to balance the system on the fly.
Mm-hmm. And as always, for game masters and players out there, a little bit of practice goes a long way.
Yeah.
The more you play, the more you experience, the more different kind of games that you play, the more fun that you're going to have designing because you're going to have a wider breadth of experience. You're going to make something that fits your own vibe a lot better. There's my little word of advice of the day. Oh, thank you so much.
The more you play, the better you get.
More you play, you better get.
There you go.
Crazy how that works. Imagine.
Just like everything.
Well, gosh, thank you again, Wayne, for stopping by. We are reaching the end of our pod. We're getting close to the end of our live podcast.
That was quick.
I know, right? It goes faster than you expect.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else we want to do before we wrap up? Did you have any? Do we want to shout to the? Do we want to hit from the chat?
You got any orbs for us to ponder?
Chat, do you have an orb for us to ponder? We would love to hear from you if you have any questions or any advice or just a funny anecdote that you want to share with the pod right now. We do have from Ready Set Mo. They did game design for playing as spirits in the Fade. The Fade being the afterlife, the spirits, the souls of the Dragon Age universe. And that has been very, very fun. And they have someone else double checking all of their numbers, which is also very, very good. Ask for help.
Yeah.
Get other people to look at your numbers.
Then get them to do it.
Even if they don't know numbers, having another person look at your thing is really good, just so that you're not in your own bubble going, it's going to be perfect, and it's all making sense in my mind.
Yeah, I send my stuff to Lucas all the time.
Yeah, and I send my stuff to you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. home of the sexual.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, drink from your Sonic mug. It's really cool. I do love a cool Sonic mug.
Limited edition igloo.
It's as Ray said, Mo, it's so easy to completely overlook something. Then when your players ask you something, you go, "Oh shit!" Yes,
yeah, exactly.
That's how you avoid that. Is you just talk to other people, show it to other people first.
Yeah.
That's how you do in performing and in acting. That is one of the big things when you're practicing monologues, because I used to really, really love doing monologues. If you practice monologues alone, your monologues are going to suck.
Yeah.
They're not going to be very interesting. Sorry, we just saw
I saw that guy
flag
yesterday.
I want to flag him down. He's got a cape that is full of all the badges from various dungeon cons and cons before, and it looks absolutely rad.
Real conversation starter.
Yeah. Well, I believe that brings us to the end of our Legendary Bucket podcast. Thank you all so much for joining in on the live stream. We'll post this as a little bonus pod probably soon. We'll just grab it, rip it, pop it on the thing so that folks can listen to it in the future. And we hope that you guys join us for the Legendary Bucket Adventures when we start getting. We'll get more episodes of the Cosmic Knights of Galactic Shiver. They need to be edited, and I've been looking to start up a new adventure as well, which I will gently tease by just saying it should be dark. It will be
another dark one.
Could you fucking believe it, Chad?
Lucas
that
is gonna
I'm
do
doing
something
a sad, dark adventure.
It's sad.
And
it's gonna make you feel really bad.
And also, we're looking to get some more guests on the pod who have some fun indie TTRPGs that we want to talk about. So, the Eternal War. We're going to be talking to the creator of Eternal War, which you guys should check out. It's a free TTRPG. That's like 200, 300 pages of really fun content. So take a look at what they got. Take a look at the Legendary Bucket on itch.io and DriveThruRPG. We'll be posting on the itch.io a download link for the Cosmic Knights of Galactic Chivalry, which will be pay what you want. You can give us money on that if you'd like.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Check out you don't have to. Totally free. Matt's a good boy.
I literally wrote the whole thing in like a day, so whatever.
Exactly. Oh, you'll also be able to find the PDF for Coffee Shop AU, which I'm doing a quick edit of, Coffee Shop AU, where you get to play as your characters, taking a breather in a little low stakes coffee shop adventure.
We should.
We should do a little one
a legendary bucket adventures. Yeah, I mean, in between adventure.
Let's do it. Let's do a legendary
Coffee Shop
bucket
AU.
adventure coffee shop AU. Let's see if we can bring back the team for the Mask of Many Faces. So they
Now
get
we're
to
in a
fucking
coffee
calm
shop.
down,
Yeah.
and the gang from Mask of Many Faces having a good time in Gotcha. That's a great idea. All right,
that would be
thanks for
fun.
idea, chat. I'm not giving. Sorry, thank you for the idea, Matt. Good ideas. All right, thank you guys very much. You have a good rest of your day. And if you're at DungeonCon, go to the dealer's room and support some of the people there. Have a fun time.
And say hi to us.
Say hi to us.
And
We'll be walking around.
Please take one of my pamphlets. I have so
More
many.
pamphlets of
I have
comics
so
and
many.
Grab them. Bye.
Bye.